update. Would I be the a-hole for straight up leaving and ghosting my fiancé after I found out she cheated? Original post. I, 28 male, have found out that my fiancé, 30 female of 2 years, cheated on me. We have been together for 6 years and in love with each other. At least that's how it was for me. She has been acting more distant and became more protective of her phone for the last 2 months. At first, I was not suspicious of anything, but the doubt grew more and more inside me as the time passed, especially after asking her if there was a problem since she felt distant. She said there was no problem and that was it. I gave in and snooped on her phone to discover she has been seeing a guy for the last 2 months. I was devastated. At the beginning of our relationship, I clearly told her lying and cheating in any form are the two unforgivable actions for me. Yet, she decided to cheat on me after 5 years of relationship, and we had been planning the wedding for the summer. I'm not proud of that, but I checked the old messages as well, but there were no case of cheating other than this. I have been thinking about it for the last few days. I tried to rationalize it and told myself I cannot be leaving a 6 years relationship because of a single mistake. But after having a long talk with my oldest sister, I realized that I should respect myself and leave. She was the one who betrayed a relationship, not me. We do not have any shared assets, and lease is on my fiancé's name. I have an inherited house, but it's in another city. Tomorrow I'm planning to just get important things from the house, block her from everywhere and just leave. I do not want a closure, to be honest. I just want to grieve the relationship. I thought maybe I did not love her given that I want to leave her right away, but it's not like that. It hurts a lot. I tend to stress eat, doom scroll, and spiral into depression in these kinds of situations. I have that experience from my early 20s. By going no contact and returning back to the city where my family lives will give me a circle that can support me. Would I be the a-hole if I straight up left and ghosted her without saying anything? Now for the top comments before reading the update. Not the a-hole, but if you can get screenshots of the chats as proof. So when people ask you, you can back it up. Yeah, print them out and leave them for her to find the day you leave. Block her number and all socials. Tell family and friends to do the same. Yeah, you need to let her know in some form that you know what you did. Otherwise, she might try and track you down, spam your family, etc. to have her say. Cheaters always like to try and change the narrative. Cut that off before she tries it. Don't even wait for them to ask. Hey, I know everyone may have noticed that I left suddenly. The lease was in my ex's name, and I found out she was cheating on me. For obvious reasons, we are no longer together and want nothing to do with her. I'll get my new address out to everyone ASAP. When you moved in, throw a ditch the beat party. Make a point of using money you'd save for the wedding. Cheaters count on their exes not telling anyone. It lets them keep cheating and lets their ex face the social consequences of just vanishing for no reason. He ghosted me. Wow, he's so terrible. Flat out tell people you didn't do anything wrong. Snooping on a phone is generally a huge no-no, but when you're pretty darn sure that there is cheating going on or a gambling problem or something else major, then it's one of the few times I'll forgive. Not the a-hole, but if she doesn't know you've left her, she may report you as a missing person. I'd say once you've packed up and on your way out, send her a 2-line message. Say you've left her because you know she's been seeing people. That will hopefully prevent her from trying to force contact. Don't send screenshots of other people's conversations. Just don't. There could be legal implications. Not a lawyer. Just leave. Message her parents and her wedding guests through the online wedding guest portal or text them, "Hi, I just discovered evidence of fiancé in a relationship with another man. Wedding is off. Grateful I found out before the wedding. Best to you all. Any costs of the wedding Miss Cheater can handle." Some people will take her side, but you can't fix that. Now for the update. Firstly, I will not spread screenshots in social media or anywhere. That's illegal and a low blow, even if it does not contain sexual parts. It's a private thing, and I'm not planning to use these unless she plays dirty. One of my sisters came early in the morning to take me after my fiancé left for the work, and we packed some small things. As the lease is on her name, I do not have furniture and stuff. We packed clothes, accessories, and other small and personal things. Her car is an SUV type, so we were able to fit most of the required things thankfully. I could not take the ring though. I left the keys under the flower pot and put a sticky on the refrigerator saying, "I know, bye." Drive took about 7 hours and we safely arrived to the inherited house. On the ride, I received countless messages and calls from unknown numbers but did not answer. Once we arrived at home, eldest sister called me asking if we arrived. She told me fiancé called her crying around 3 p.m. and my sister told her not to contact me. We know everything. And if she tries to paint me bad in any way, we would not use only words, but do not back away from showing solid proofs to people. Fiancé requested to know where I am and speak to me. My sister said I am fine and she should not contact me in any form. When fiancé said we at least deserve a closure, my sister replied, "Too bad, suck it up." Not exactly that, but that's how I would translate that idiom, and ended the call. I still get calls and messages from unknown numbers. In the end, her father and mother called me. Surprisingly, my fiancé came clean to them, and while they hoped for me to give her a chance, they respected my decision. I thanked them and wished best of luck. Her father told me he will be sending the ring's money and asked me for my bank account. He actually sent it by adjusting to inflation, so I got a pretty decent money. The house is in an almost perfect condition as we renovated it before Mom passed away. It's just incredibly dusty and dirty after not being used since then. My 3 sisters will come this weekend and we'll clean it together. Eldest broke up with her partner recently, so she plans to live with me after her lease ends in a few months. She has been complaining about the rent prices for a while. My sisters are pretty much my only family, so I only informed them with some really close friends. I'm planning on going to therapy after settling here. It may sound weird how close I am with my sisters, but we grew up like that. We grew up with an abusive father, and as I was the only man and youngest one, all of the physical and emotional harm went towards me. We bonded with each other through trauma, and they tend to be a bit protective with me. I think that history is one of the reasons I just did not want to face my ex-fiancé. I thought I got over that considering nothing happened since we took family therapy, but it seems to be there. I'll get into therapy as soon as possible to understand everything and resolve the problems. I will post if there are any updates, but I just hope there will not be any. I just want to have peace and grieve right now. It sounds as if you are on the right path and have a good support system. Yay, sisters, for having your back. Good luck. Thank you. I did not know what I would do if my sisters weren't there. OP, I am so happy for you, and good for you for getting out. I read your original post. Your message to her was perfect. Short, sweet, and to the point. Thank you. I try to keep it as short as possible. Many people said it would be weird to disappear without a simple note, so that's what I did. You made a perfect choice in your note. She does not deserve a closure talk from you. It may help her, but definitely not you. You are the #1 priority. If she has made you that priority, she wouldn't be in this mess. She made her bed. Let her lie in it. Good luck, and stay strong, King. Closure is just the ex trying to manipulate OP. If she cared for his feelings, she wouldn't have cheated in the first place. My husband's side piece cried and wailed and stalked him at work, called on fake numbers, and used friends to reach him for closure. Her idea of closure is guilting him with, "If you have anything else to say, you should say it," and "I hope you're happy now" messages. She doesn't. She hopes he's miserable without her, so he'll come running back to her. Good on OP for 1, not putting up with the cheating like I have, and 2, cutting her right off. She has nothing enlightening to say. Walk away and stay strong, OP. This was not an easy thing to go through. It's great that your family and her parents are supportive and understanding. She made a wrong choice and has to live with the consequences of her actions. Her parents are incredible people. I'm glad they did not push for anything further. Next story. Am I the a-hole for breaking up with my girlfriend because she slept with another guy while making me wait? So my girlfriend and I have been together for about half a year, and I just started a new job. I met this male coworker and we became friends. So I invite him over at my place and he recognizes my girlfriend. We don't officially live together, but she spends a lot of time at my place. You can guess where this is going. After my coworker left, my girlfriend and I got to talking. Basically, she slept with him while dating me and made me wait. She said that our relationship was gonna be special and she wanted to wait, and that hook up with my coworker was just a one-night stand. I told her to leave because I knew I was gonna say things I couldn't take back. A few days later, after I calmed down and thought it through, I broke up with her. She kept repeating what she said about how she wants more with me, but I told her that I feel like I'm not attractive to her, or at least not as much as others. She kept saying that I was special. Basically, I said that I can't be that special if she preferred to sleep with a one-night stand than me. Edit, I don't think this counts as cheating. This happened within the first month of us dating. We became official after the first month or so. I 100% should have clarified with her if we were exclusive or not, so that's on me. Now for the top comments. Of course you're not the a-hole. Lol. OP not the a-hole. She had a one-night stand with a guy while dating you. She has issues. If she legitimately thinks it's okay to sleep with someone and then tell the guy she's dating you're special, all that's gonna do is make the guy feel like shit. If you want to sleep around, do so. But don't make excuses to someone you're dating while you're sleeping with other people. Going to make anyone feel like crap. Hey, I really want something long-lasting with you, but this guy can bang me hard right now, okay? Not the a-hole. I can never get the logic that you're a special boyfriend material, so I will make you wait, but we'll be banging some other guy during the waiting time. Wouldn't it be the same if a guy sleeps with 2 to 3 girls and comes back home to his girlfriend telling you are a special one? She was cheating. If OP was special as she claims, she would have kept her legs closed for OP before there was exclusivity talks. If a difference between keeping your legs open and closed is a tag called exclusivity is BS. It's funny, isn't it? Guy sleeps with a girl and says she means nothing and he's horrible, rightly so. Girl does it and it's all good? Let me translate it for you. I thought you're the type of guy who would commit to me, so I made you wait, and without a promise of that commitment equals I am not attracted enough to you to sleep with you. But there are guys who I'm attracted enough to just want sex with even without commitment. Those I will sleep with without any wait. Last story. Am I the a-hole for avoiding a friend after she tried to set me up with a single mother? I, 31 male, have been single for several years now. A fact that a friend of mine, Lily, 34 female, was aware of. I've always been passionate about my current job. During my training years, I became familiar with Lily, who admired how much I wanted to join the field, and we have been friends ever since. A few months ago, she reached out to me inquiring if I was still single and mentioned she has become friends with Sarah, 29 female, who had moved from a different state about a year ago and is in the same field. She asked if I would want to go on a date with her during the weekend. I didn't think much of it and agreed to meet Sarah over the weekend. After having a conversation with her, I was impressed by her intelligence, charisma, and the care she had for her patients. However, as the conversation went on, I discovered she had a child, which is a deal breaker for me. But I was already in the conversation, and a statement about her daughter came as an off-topic rather than me specifically asking for it. So I tried to listen to her without showing any change in my expression and continued the evening. Although I knew the date was over, I tried my best to keep the mood light because I felt so guilty for wasting her time. Not to mention how she might have had to arrange for a babysitter and then go home to take care of her daughter who probably was already missing her. In the days following, Sarah messaged me a few times, expressing how much she enjoyed our dinner and attempting to engage in further conversation. Initially, I responded with as much positivity and professionalism as I could, but eventually I had to clarify that, despite enjoying our conversation, I preferred to maintain a professional relationship. I even helped her during a staffing shortage by sending some of my best interns to assist her. Although I appear sociable and confident, much of it is the result of my training. I get easily flustered and awkward, and this whole situation with Sarah just made me feel so bad that it led me to start ghosting Lily. A few months later, I saw Lily again for a work thing where she confronted me about my avoidance, suspecting something went wrong on the date. I said it was just due to work and staffing shortages, a response she clearly didn't believe, but she didn't press further due to the professional setting we were in, and she suggested we meet after work to discuss it further. Reluctantly, I met Lily at a coffee shop where I initially dodged the issue. However, she realized I was just avoiding the issue, so she said she just wanted to understand what happened and doesn't care why. So I told her that Sarah had a child, and I would never date a single mother, something that Lily already was very likely aware of. She didn't show any change in her expression and just changed the topic to something else. However, I'm still a bit mad at her for making me look like a jerk to Sarah, who probably would have been friends with me and an amazing addition to my contact list professionally if not for this messed up date. You are not an a-hole for not wanting to date people with children, but there was no need to avoid her for so long. You could have just informed her of your preference, since she obviously didn't know. I think you made this a way bigger deal than it needed to be. Your technique to handle the situation reeks of emotional immaturity and conflict avoidance. But it doesn't make you the a-hole, really. I don't think anyone is the a-hole here. Lily was aware though, if not directly, she knew about it indirectly. She knew I wouldn't date someone with children. She has always known my stance for not wanting kids, and I have been very vocal about it. There can exist a situation where she imagined my want for not wanting children is limited to just my own and not others. But knowing her, she wouldn't make a mistake like that. That is different. Her knowing and intentionally setting you up was crappy to both you and the person she set you up with. That is what I fear. She's not the type of person who would put me in a bad situation knowingly, and she has always had my best interest in mind. Even when I talked to her before the date, she seemed cheery and happy about setting up the date. I have no idea why she did what she did. You could just say you weren't feeling it and that's it. No need to explain more to them. I should have done that in retrospect, but during the moment when she confronted me, I knew she was prying for details, and I just said what she wanted to know. Looking back now, I probably should have done this and just bottled up everything, and it would have been for the best. However, the genie is out of the bottle, and there's nothing I can do to take it back. But it's a good lesson to remember for future instances for sure. Yeah, you don't say this kind of thing. It should have been simply not feeling it or no chemistry or one of those. But getting set up with a work-related person is always a bit of a minefield. It's just tricky. On the other hand, Lily knew it was a deal breaker and set the date up anyway. Maybe this negative experience will teach her not to set people up who will never work out. The point of dating is to find someone compatible. You spend time with someone and see how it goes. You discovered that was the case with Sarah. Nothing wrong with that. I'm not going to say you're an a-hole, but your response is ridiculously immature. I thought I was advising for teens Reddit. You could have told Sarah that you're not interested in pursuing a romantic relationship when there is a child involved. You may have become friends. At least you could have maintained a professional relationship. And the drama with Lily was completely avoidable.